eliminates ISIS and Nusra terrorists, and the people in Horan announced a national resistance movement. The British authorities announced a state of high alert on royal palaces fearing attacks by ISIS. Masses of people in Saudi Arabia hold the funeral of a man who was killed in bloody massacre committed by al-Saud forces. Good afternoon and welcome to our news bulletin. A source at the Ministry of Oil and Mineral Resources said that 2 terrorists detonated a car bomb at the entrance of the gas facility south of the central region and Ebla in Homs countryside, as guarding forces repelled them. The attack resulted in human losses and minor material damage. The source added that the infrastructure of the gas facility was not damaged by the terrorist bombing and that the 2 gas factories are still in service. In Hama countryside, Syrian Arab Army units in cooperation with the residents and the National Defense Forces seized 5 vehicles loaded with weapons as part of Saudi aid to the terrorists. The weapons included 40 Grad rockets and 20 others used by rocket launchers, as well as 120 gauge mortar shells and 14.5 gauge machine guns, in addition to 3 mortar pads, barrels packed with C4 substance, and several satellite transmission devices. A Syrian Arab Army unit repelled several attacks on a number of military posts east of Al-Salam Highway near Khan al-Sheikh farms in Damascus countryside, killing many terrorists, some of whom are Saudis, Moroccans, Turks and Jordanians, in addition to some from the so-called Ahrar al-Sham. In Deir ez-Zor, a military source said that the Syrian Arab Army unit pursued the remnants of ISIS terrorists in al-Jbaila, al-Huwaira, al-Sina'a and al-Rassafe, killing many of them. In Al-Taqi's countryside, Syrian Arab Army units also pounded several hideouts of al-Nusra and destroyed a warehouse for arms and rockets, as well as a mortar pad and 2 vehicles equipped with heavy machine guns in the villages of Kitf al-Ruman, Saqiyat al-Kirt, Khan al-Joz, al-Qasab and al-Furulluq preservation, killing many terrorists. Iraqi forces continued their military operations against ISIS in many cities and towns in Iraq. Military sources asserted that police forces, Salah Eddin operations, and the People's Defense units are in fierce battles against terrorist gangs in al-Dlu'iyya and east of the Tigris in Salah Eddin Governorate. Deir ez-Zor Governor Mr. Muhammad Qaddour Al-Ainiya has said that all facilities are offered to the humanitarian international organizations in the province. In a meeting with the coordinators of the international organizations, he called on cooperating and coordinating with the governmental bodies to eliminate all obstacles that they might face. For their part, coordinators of the international organizations have hailed the support of the governmental bodies to make their work a success. British authorities have ordered guards and security men of the royal palaces to be on full alert in a precautionary measure against any attacks by ISIS in Britain. The British Daily Mirror newspaper has indicated that this measure has been taken following warnings by the British intelligence. For his part, Austrian President Hans Fischer has underlined the importance of combating and uprooting terrorism. Locals of Al-Dababiya town east of Saudi Arabia have escorted Abdullah al-Madad, who was killed in the massacre perpetrated by the Saudi police, to his final rest. Hundreds took part in the funeral procession and chanted slogans demanding bringing the perpetrators to justice. They further denounced the policy of making practiced by the Saudi authorities against the locals of the eastern region of the country, pledging to continue their peaceful demonstrations till their rightful demands are met. Indonesian National Agency for Search and Rescue has said that the Malaysian airplane jet that has gone missing after taking off from Indonesia with 162 passengers on board was likely at the bottom of the sea. Noteworthy is that this is the first major accident that AirAsia company has faced since it launched its first flight 13 years ago. In Homs countryside, on the occasion of Christmas, the St. George Monastery located in Wadi al-Nadara area held an event as Syriac and Christmas hymns were performed.
The national hymns were performed by the choir and children's choir of the monastery with singer Linda Bitar. The event was attended by locals and people from neighboring villages, along with Homs Governor Talal al-Barazi, who said that Christmas is a time of joy and peace, and that Syria will remain the home of tolerance, as its enemies will never triumph over its people. The monastery's abbot, Archimandrite Damascus al-Qadi, said that this event seeks to emphasize that Syria is doing well and to pray for security and stability in the country, while the monastery also held an exhibition featuring Christmas theme by children and handicrafts.
With this, we conclude our news for today. Thank you for watching. For more details about Syria and the region and to view this bulletin again, you can always visit our website in English, syriaonline.sy. Now to latest business and market news with Serena, but after a short break.